respective priorities, prospects and future plans. I am indeed delighted to be with you all here today. The relations between Bangladesh and India has reached an exceptional level under the dynamic leadership of our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and His Excellency Sri Narendra Modi of India. Our relations have gone beyond the strategic partnership and encompasses all aspects of bilateral cooperation. I believe this event will reflect on mutual collaboration on enhancing business, trade, investment between our friendly countries and people. Esteemed business leaders and guests, no doubt, COVID pandemic has greatly impacted global supply chain and trade. And before we could fully recover from the COVID pandemic, the war in Ukraine had caused significant rise of commodity and fuel prices worldwide. More importantly, sanctions and counter-sanctions have severely affected the established both financial transaction mechanism and traditional supply chain. This has led many countries, including those of South Asia, to suffer from acute economic and inflationary crisis. However, it is heartening to note that despite the ongoing challenges, India is among the foremost fastest growing major economies in the world. Many experts predict India's economy, which is sixth largest now, is likely to become the world's third largest by 2050, following the United States and China. In fact, the World Bank, ADB and IMF project India to remain the fastest growing major economy in the world during 2021 to 2024. Bangladesh too, since the devastating liberation war in 1971, as a sovereign and independent country, has come a long way, inspired by our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's dream of Sonar Bangla, the Golden Bengal. From those days of famines and food aid dependency, Bangladesh is today self-sufficient in food. It is now one of the largest global producers of rice, vegetables, grain, freshwater fish, and of course, ready-made garments, to name a few. Bangladesh, which had in the past suffered from natural calamities, is today a global star in the management of disaster and disaster preparedness, and of course on women empowerment. It has also achieved huge socio-economic success, reduced poverty more than half, attained impressive growth, and thus it is known now as a model of economic development, as America. Bangladesh economy grew over a decade, nearly crossing 7% in fiscal year 2015 to 16, 8% in 2018 to 19, and since 2006, the per capita income increased 5 times from around $543 to more than 2,900 today. The rate of poverty in Bangladesh has reduced from 42% to 20% now, and extreme poverty from 28% to 10% in the last decade or so, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh is now one of the top 5 fastest growing economies in the world. Bangladesh also ranks 5th in the world and number 1 in South Asia in managing COVID pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh has also been promoting the idea of regional connectivity and regional integration as the key to collective and inclusive development of the entire South Asian region. We would look forward to regional peace and stability as a vehicle for sustaining for sustaining our growth trajectory. Taking advantage of unique geographical location and position of Bangladesh in the South Asian region, Bangladesh is offering itself as a gateway to landlocked Nepal, Bhutan, and northeastern states of India. Banking on this strategic location, Bangladesh is also working to establish itself as the regional hub of connectivity, because our Prime Minister believes connectivity is productivity. And connectivity not just through roads, railways, waterways and air linkages, but also for power transmission, transportation of natural gas, telecommunications, and of course people-to-people contacts and the like. Here, as India is making efforts to convert the northeastern region in ER from landlocked into landlinked, Bangladesh stands ready and integral for Prime Minister Modi's foreign policy priorities of Act-East policy as well as neighborhood trust policy. Dear ladies and gentlemen, in the last 10 years, the total bilateral trade between Bangladesh and India had an impressive growth, with the balance heavily in favor of India. According to the Export Promotion Bureau data, 2022 recorded 1.8 billion. It should be 16 billion export against record import of commodities worth of 14.56 billion from India. At present, with its improved manufacturing capacity, Bangladesh is prepared to supply quality products at competitive prices to the Indian market. We therefore invite Indian importers to look at Bangladesh products that you are importing at higher prices from countries far away from your neighbors. The pattern of trade between Bangladesh and NERE, the northeast region, is distinctly different from the rest of India. Bangladesh lacks mineral resources, which the country imports from northeast region. In return, northeast region imports finished products from Bangladesh. The NER exports raw materials like coal, limestone, gypsum, clinker, stone chips, bamboo to Bangladesh, and imports finished products like cement, plastic goods, ready-made garments, processed food, and software beverages. For sustainable growth, it is important to diversify the export basket and also to add value to the current export goods. Bangladeshi garment products, Jamdani sarees, food items, toast goods, and other consumer products are in huge demand on northeast region. We can also introduce our pharmaceuticals, ceramics, leather goods, and bicycles as potential export products to this region. To enable larger gains, Bangladesh-India cooperation should go beyond trade. It should include investment, finance, services, technology transfer, and be placed within the context of regional cooperation. In the fiscal year 2021-22, the total FDI flow to Bangladesh is more than $13.7 billion, while the proportion from India was very little, only 15 million, attributing only to 1%. That's not good. We need to increase this proportion. So there is real need for more collaboration between our two countries by way of involving business community and the trade bodies to find avenues towards deriving two-way trade and investment benefits. However, government will try its best, as the minister has raised. There are some, problem of communication. I would hope in due process, through dialogue and discussion, we will reduce or eliminate all those barriers for free flow of trade and investment and people-to-people contact within this region. I was thinking it is possible if we can introduce one card for the regional group so that they don't need any visa or those formalities and to move from one place to the other without much hurdles. That will help developing much better people-to-people contact. And we'll get a lot of tourists from Bangladesh. The whole of India, last year we sent 2.8 million tourists, both for tourism as well as for medical treatment. And I believe more will be coming to this part of the India if we can eliminate those sort of barriers. I have discussed last night with the minister about one event that here anyone comes from Bangladesh, they have to go to Calcutta to get the permission. Instead of that, if we can start in Guwahati for giving the permission, of course that would be much better. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh has the most liberal investment regime in the region with wide array of facilities, attractive incentive packages and policies, consistent reform. Presently, 100 special economic zones and 28 high-tech parks are being established in Bangladesh. The aim is to encourage investment and rapid economic development to increase and diversification of industry, employment and production plus exports. For the Indian investors, 2 dedicated special economic zones at Mongla and Mirasarai are being developed. I would urge the business houses present here today to invest there. I would further pave the way to harness the goodwill of the 2 friendly countries and bring economic prosperity to the whole region. Bangladesh is uniquely located to enable Indian investors to export their products not only to the northeastern states of India, but also to Nepal, Bhutan and Southeast Asian countries. On the other hand, geographical proximity makes Northeast region lucrative for Bangladesh to invest in small and medium-scale sectors like food processing industries, agro-based industries, IT sector, and forest-based and tourism-based industries. Dear business leaders, I am happy to inform you that we have implemented mega projects to accelerate the growth of industries and to take full advantage of our strategic locations. The Podda Bridge, the Bangladesh's longest bridge, has been built entirely by our own resources. Several other infrastructure projects have been initiated. Sincere possible investment in infrastructure projects, manufacturing in energy and transport sectors. Indian investors and business houses can set up industries also in Bangladesh through buyback arrangements by reducing time, cost and resources. We understand that the NER has its own dimension and opportunity, which are different as a whole from the rest of India, or India as a whole. Strengthening of economic ties with Bangladesh will be mutually beneficial for the Northeast region. In this connection, I'd like to mention that we are happy that our Pran RFL group has established plants in Northeast India to produce consumer goods, and they're meeting the demand in this region. Moreover, the transportation cost of goods to and from this region to the rest of India and within the region is higher than that of any strategic location of Bangladesh. This fact postulates the efficacy of developing a good trade investment relation between Bangladesh and Northeast region. As mentioned, we can open up our river roads that we traditionally used to have. And if we can open up our river roads, then we can transport our goods at a cost-effective rate. And it will be beneficial for the business as well as it will help improve people-to-people connectivity. So we should try our utmost so that we can start opening up these river roads that we used to have. We have 54 rivers, as you mentioned, and we should try to open those one after another. Bangladesh is India's most important development trading partner. India receives the highest number of tourists and medical patients from Bangladesh. Thousands of Indian nationals are working in Bangladesh and they're contributing significantly to both economies. I am confident that the deep bonds of friendship existing between Bangladesh and India shall continue to grow and flourish. The business communities of both countries should draw close and play their due role in fostering mutual prosperity and economic advancement of our people. Indeed, the time is right for the Indian business community to focus more on Bangladesh and take advantage of its economic growth, cheaper cost and huge consumer base. We have 165 million people and a large number of relatively wealthy. They have the purchasing capacity. Your Excellency, if any company that produces a product in Bangladesh, there is a strong market. No company I have ever had in Bangladesh is not finding market. Whatever you produce, there is a market. So therefore, I welcome you to look into it and start doing business in Bangladesh. We will be completing very soon. Once again, I thank you all. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. May Bangladesh-India friendship live forever. Bangladesh, Bharat, Maitri, চিরজীবী হোক। আপনাদের অসংখ্য
Honorable Foreign Minister of Bangladesh, Dr. Abdul Rahman, His Excellency Ambassador of Bangladesh to India, Honorable Minister for Industry, Commerce, Government of Assam, Mr. Patwari, Dr. Roy, Honorable Member of Parliament from Silchar, Director, India Foundation, distinguished members of Parliament from Bangladesh, delegates from Bangladesh, delegates from India, and dear friends. I am very happy to participate in this particular session with regard to the promotion of trade and commerce between Bangladesh and India, and in particular between Bangladesh and Northeast region. It is a very nice session exploring the possibilities of improving the trade between the two countries. I think in this connection I would like to mention about 2-3 issues, points with regard to the trade and commerce. India